Hello and welcome to today's episode. Today I'm gonna talk about from China to the world. From China to the world, we're gonna focus on three topics: the tea journey in ancient China, interesting stories behind the tea, how the tea trade business goes today. Okay, let's see the first one. The tea journey in ancient China. We use four methods to express our tea culture. The first one, the communication of Buddhism. Here is the example. 805. Japanese Buddhist brought tea seeds back to Japan. Let's see the next one. The Asian tea trade route. What's more, we send tea as a gift to other cultures. Also, they will hire some tea farmers to their country, helping them grow tea. Let's see the first one, land route. We use land route to Central and West Asia. During the West Han Dynasty, people start using the Silk Route to communicate with other countries. Around 7th century, some businessmen from Central and West Asia brought some tea back to their countries. And we also use the land route to Europe. Businessmen travel across Russia to Europe, bring tea seeds to Europe. Also, we spread our tea culture to Russia. Russia and China is next to each other, so Russia is our neighbor. Let's see. In 1618, the Chinese masters sent tea as a gift to Russia, but nobody in Russia tried it before, so people didn't take it seriously. Well, at the beginning of 18th century, Chinese tea started selling to Russia. But at that time, tea is very expensive. Just the rich people can afford it. In 1833, Russia bought some tea seeds back, but when they tried to grow, they didn't succeed. But they keep trying. In 1893, they hired Chinese tea farmers to Russia, helping them grow tea. Finally, they succeed. So they built a memorial hall for Chinese tea farmers. Here is the building. Also to South Asia. Let's see. In 1780, Indian people tried to grow tea, but they didn't succeed. But they keep trying. In 1834, Jordan, the guy from India, came to China to get some tea seeds. Later on, they hired some Chinese tea farmers to help. Finally, at the end of 19th century, tea started to grow well in South Asia. Also, we use sea route. We use sea route to Korea. Around 4th century, tea culture spread to Korea as a part of Buddhism. In 828, they started to grow tea trees. Later on, they organized a tea cultural class as a part of their schoolwork. Here is a symbol of Buddhism. We will talk about the relationship of Buddhism and tea culture in future section. To Japan. Tea culture started expanding to Japan at the end of Western Han Dynasty. Especially in 805, Japanese Buddhists came to China and grew tea in日吉Tea Garden.日吉Tea Garden. Here is a photographer of this garden. This one is the oldest Japanese tea garden that still exists in Japan. Let's see to Europe. At the beginning of 17th century, Northland imported a lot of tea to Europe through sea route. Tea became a popular drink in Europe. Well, let's focus on how the tea trade business goes today. At the beginning of the Western Han Dynasty, tea culture started expanding outside of China. Now it became a popular beverage in this world. After the Second Opium War, the need of tea started to grow. The tea trade business went to a high level at that time, but in 1886, England started to grow tea in India. More and more tea farmers came up in India. Then the export of Chinese tea went to low level. Let's see the data of tea trade business in China in 2008. Here is the tea trade quantity. You can see a lot, right? Mostly we export green tea, then black tea. Most tea export to Africa, Japan, Europe, and the USA. Around 20% of tea exported to Africa, 90% to Japan, 70% to Europe. Most of tea came from Zhejiang and Anhui province. So, in a word, tea trade business went quite well in China. Thank you for watching this episode. See you in next episode.